Hello and welcome. Today we're going to have a look at AI and what we can use AI for. Or does it take over everything in the music business? I don't believe it will. I just use it as a helping tool. But it is a crazy world out there today, and what it can do is kind of crazy. There's this program I'm gonna show here called AI Sounds.Studio. This is free for now. It's probably gonna be pricey when it's finalized, but right now it's in a beta. If it will load up. Woo! Always difficulties. Why doesn't it do that? Let's try and do this instead. Is it down? It should go up right away. Of course, when I have to show it, it's not there. I have some other stuff I can show you, but this is fun as well. I just tried it just before and it worked. Okay, let's try it in here instead. Here it works. Maybe. Well, Sounds.Studio is opening, yeah. So, in here, let's try and do a new session. So we'll open up this, and it says only the last desktop Chrome browser will be supported. Okay, let's try anyway. I'm gonna add a file here and go to Archive, and then we can just search over 15 million audio samples and just write. Let's try and write techno. And something is good, something is not in here, so let's try and hear it. Not much techno.
Vamos a hablar de otros asuntos. Les voy a contar.
Oh.
No.
That's right.
No.
Take
After the
T-E-C.
H-N.
There we go. Techno. Let's try that. See if something will come. Kind of weird. Just try this one instead. Just find something that sounds nice. I could drag in a track as well. Let's try this one. Let's have some beat going over. Yeah, it'll come. So now I'm just gonna drag this in, and now it's gonna load up in here. It will take a few seconds. Here we go. And just drag this to the beginning. Open up in a huge. And let's see, now I can't. There we go. So what we can do, play. So let's see after 20 seconds here. I don't know how great this is, but it's good for a demonstration. So let's say we can split stems. So let's choose this and look how fast it just splits the stems. And then let's just say we want the drums, just solo that. And if you see up here, it actually rates which tones it's producing. And that's pretty cool. So let's go into 20 seconds and hear the drums. It will load up. It's not the fastest because actually this cannot, the computers that, something went wrong, please try in a moment. It's not the most stable thing. Let's try again. Nope. Everything is server-based, so because there's no computer that can cope with what it can do that's fast enough. So what they do is they have this on clouds, because that's the fastest computer in the world right now is the cloud computers, and they have like 300 connected. So this data it runs have to have all this amount of computer mechanics to do it. Okay, this is not good. Maybe it is. I'm gonna try. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try this again and see. It should work better here. There we go. I'll just wait. I'll give it a moment, and if it's not working, we're switching to Ableton and the plugins that I use for AI. Well, here it comes. Let's see. Let's run one of the tests I did. Normally it just opens up right away. It is not the fastest. So here I had this. I put in a drum and bass track. So let's try and solo the drums, then you can hear it. If you hear it, you can hear it kind of swoosh.
Yeah.
But that's the AI that's not good enough right now. And there's still some of the sounds in there from the track.
Yeah.
But we can try the bass. That's even worse. Or others or vocals. Let's try it here. So you can see it's not perfect yet. In 2 years, it will be flawless. You can even have the drums where you could select which mic it was selected, so you can hear it from which angle you want the drums. Even though it's never been in the studio, the drums is, it will figure out where the drums is. It will be that good. What I would use it for, let's just delete these. So we have a blank. We can go text to audio and just say, would you just say hip hop? Just try hip hop. Let's say 10 seconds, and it will generate a new hip hop beat with AI. Yeah. It will take a little bit because now it just creates something from nothing. And it's kind of crazy. Sometimes it's really good. Sometimes it sounds like shit. But I can just keep on generating, and it will just come a new and a new and a new. It takes some time for it, but you know, sometimes it's really good, and it could be some ideas at least you can get from it. Yeah, it takes some time. And I have made some jungle ones I can show you afterwards. I don't know. It has to be like the internet connection, because everything is internet connected or used.
Could be that the servers.
Yeah, it could be the servers that's overloaded. That's right. I met the guy that made this, and he's.
Where is he from?
He is from the States.
Okay.
Yeah. I believe so. Come on. Generate. But imagine if you have to make a beat just in a minute. That's what it's kind of crazy that it can do that.
I think it's just like facilitating facilitating music creation on a easier level, right? It's like a tool.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what AI is. It's tools to help make things efficient, right?
Yeah, yeah, it is. Right now, this is just generating stuff. And if it's not here in a moment, I'll switch up because...
You see the progress.
Yeah, but then it goes back again and...
It's moving forward.
Yeah,
back,
yeah. Normally it doesn't take that much time, maybe a minute. But of course, when I'm standing up here, it feels like an eternity when I just have to wait. Okay, I'll do this instead. Yeah, but it could be like in 2 minutes still. I think it's this one, if there's like 3 orange ones. Yeah, these are generated. But this is, I wrote jungle drum and bass, and modern drum and bass.
Audio, that's where
Yes, the text to audio. So let's say we have this. This is AI generated music, drum and bass. So you can see it's not real good, but it's still, there is stuff in it that's recognizable. And this is all AI made.
So it can't be traced to anything else?
No, nothing. Comes from nothing. What I could do then, I could go in here and select this clip, and then I could align that beat to maybe, let's say, a hip-hop beat, and it will go ahead to that with keys and the BPM.
What do you mean by align?
Let's say that we had a Beyonce track, and I had that, and I put this drum and bass beat underneath, and then I could key sync it and beat sync it, and then it would just follow that track.
It's like remixing it.
Yeah, but still, the bass, when that moves in the Beyonce track, the drum and bass would follow that movement as well. So you can just fire up stuff and try stuff out. And the last one is if you have vocal tracks, you can change the vocals to an alto or a male or a female. So if you have, you can make a duet with a track, and it will sing that out for you. So this is the tool, and it's called Sounds.Studio, and it's free. It just says that it costs 22 credits. But when you get there and you click this to buy more, it just says use credits to run machine learning jobs on the powerful service. While testing, all users have unlimited credits, and your credits will be replaced when you hit 0. So when you hit 0, you just get 40,000 new credit.
Okay.
So it's free. Yeah. It's fun to play around with. Do so when it works. But it is kind of sketchy, the homepage. If we go in here, we have some different AI plugins now. And I actually use some of them in my production. I can show you, I have some called Smart. If I go in here, and they're kind of Sonible. So all these, a smart compressor, a smartEQ, a smart gate, and a smartLimiter, and a smartReverb. So what it will do, let's take the EQ and put on the drums here. So what it will do is, it's only a kick, so maybe we should put it on this one instead. So right now you can only see out here that it's pumping up and how much it's playing. Then we can go in here and say, oh, it should look for drums, and I hit record. Now it will scan this sound and see which conflicts it has in the sound. Now it sounds like this. And I can say I don't want the bass to be that much, and then I can just drag this in. Here you can see there's a problem here, and it corrects it and say, well, it's too much, so I can just dial it down or emphasize it. But now you can see that's the problems we cut away.
What's the problem that
So if you hear it has this ringing tones to it, and that it removes the ringing tones. So right now it sounds nice. If it's too much, but this curve, it just figures out it by itself, and that's AI as well. And you can say it's only down here there's a problem. So I can just take this, if I can get it, and say I want this off. And let's try and hear it. Let's maybe do like that. So without, it disappears. That's one example. So let's go in here and let's remove my stuff here, and let's lower our levels down to -6 as the. So now you can see we have a headroom over here of about 12 dB. So we'll put in a smartLimiter, and now let's say we want electronic music. Let's just say house, and press record. So now it's gonna pump up the sound. So you can see over here that it will boost it up to what it should be, and now it's all level and sounding really nice without anything clipping or anything. And then you can see this little cross over here should actually be in this little area, so I can put some more space into it. The style could be more hard. So now we're getting more, so we can pump up more of the sound. And the cool thing is that now it's mastered for Spotify. So now I can just put it out for Spotify. I could choose if it should be Apple Music, Amazon Music, iTunes, Pandora, SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, and they all have different criteria when you have to publish your music there, and you can just choose it here and you'll find the right way to do it. And we can also check the quality, and right now it just says loudness seems fine, dynamic seems fine, input gain looks good, the peak level looks good for Spotify. So, you know, it's very easy to do, and you can still gain more up if you want to, as long as it's still in this square. So if I turn it off,
would it say that Spotify will lower it even?
yes. So right now it says a limit of -1. That's Spotify's, they want it at -1. So right now it should be perfect. So that's one more. So let's try and find some vocal.
Party people!
Yeah, party people. Let's try and loop this. And I just took the first one. Put some reverb on it. Let's say this is recorded in a place where there's a lot of reverb.
Party people!
Right? And let's loop it. Maybe find a one that's longer.
Say ho! Booty call! Make it funky!
Let's see. Preset. So this is actually really good. Whoops. Wasn't it this? There it was. Let's put it in here and find Goyo. Put that in here and let's fire it up. Let's loop it. It is looped. So we can actually remove the reverb from the room. We could also just remove the voice. So now it's only the background noise, his breath, and take the reverb on from the room, only the room of the reverb. And all of this is AI powered. So let's take this down and remove some of this and just put his vocals up. So now we've make it more clear. You could stand beside a waterfall and you can remove the waterfall. So AI can do a lot of great stuff, especially when it's just to help you in the mix. Like
It's like isolating a certain sound.
yes, and you know it is like isolating, but it could be so much more. It could be. Let's go in back here and say this smartReverb is also a AI generated reverb. So you can see this particles is generated by AI. But we can also say we want this to be on vocals, and then we're gonna record. And now it will figure out the best way it would sound. And then we can just say reverb time. And it has this perfect room reverb. And the more we can do stuff with it and pull the small particles together. We can build the reverb as we want. We can say natural, and we can press it together. But let's try and put it on something like over here. And let's try and hear that. And it has a lot of reverb on, so let's just remove the reverb so we can hear it. And let's just close this so we can hear it. So there's a delay on it, but no reverb. And then let's have this. We have to turn it on and say keys. And put this in the middle. There we go. And record. So now this is their way of saying this is the most smooth reverb you can have. And it sounds really good. We can make it richer, long. So, you know, AI, in my opinion, is just a helping tool that can, sorry, if I have like some conflicts in my mix, I can resolve that very quickly compared to, well, I could do the same by hand, but maybe it will take half an hour to do that, and then of a click of a button it will find some places that has issues. And you know, that's something that will help me in my everyday life as a mixing engineer. Then I would come to the same result, just not using the same time. And therefore, then I think that AI is really good, and it can help me be faster with the same result, but just faster. Yeah. Do you have any questions?
Done.
Done.
That's done.
Yeah.
I would say, let's say you like that effect.
Yes.
but then you want to have it go from one effect to another in a time span.
Yeah.
You know, like the beginning of a song, but or like the middle, and you want it to go from a lot of reverb to natural. How would you do that?
Just automation. Yes. So there's a lot we can do with automation. So you can say whenever you want, we could just say dry and wet. Let's say it's a reverb that I want in the intro, a lot of reverb, but then when the beat comes,
Yeah, exactly.
it's not. It's just automation, and you can then automate like dry and wet signal. So it has a lot reverb to begin with, or the decay of a reverb, how big it is.
Yeah.
You can turn that. It's very easy when you know what to do. But yeah, we'll get to that at one point.
What does the S stand for that you press that's blue now?
That's solo. So I just soloed this track. If I unsolo, this just remove the vocal. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. How would you?
But that's
like in the middle of a song when you go like a little reverb, like when you mixing a little bit.
Yes.
And then you drop it, right?
Yeah. But that's fairly easy to do. But yeah, I think actually, well, now these AI, how much do they cost? Well, the Goyo that removes like background noise and stuff are free. They don't cost any. Doesn't cost anything. It only works when there's internet connection. These plugins works without internet connections because they have like every time they update this plugin, they have more info to give it, and it's been learning a lot more.
Yeah, you learn this from the users, right?
Yes, exactly. So right now, it just what it had learned till now, I can use, and that's what it screens it for. Then it knows its problem. That's why it scans the the sounds. So and these smart are pretty expensive still.
Why would you want to adjust the level? Like you literally lowered the level so that it would do that. I guess you did as a test.
No, I will do that every time, so I know that nothing is clipping. That's giving you headroom in to the master engineer or yourself. So in your master channel at the end, you could boost up your signal without clipping.
So you always lower it?
Yes.
But then you're using the software to raise it up again.
Yes. But then I know that nothing is peaking. If everything is kind of maxed out here, I don't have anything to work with on my master chain. That's why. That was it for today. Little seminar. Hope you learned something, and see you next Wednesday at 4. Bye.